All right, here we are. I am glad you stopped by. I got to show you this free campsite on the Arkansas River near Salida, Colorado, but it has its pros and cons. You can see the angle of the ground from right to left. It is on a steep incline. I was able to get level enough, I guess, by just driving my tire up onto a big rock. But here's the best part. This is what it's all about. Just steps away from my side door is the Arkansas River. And we've had all this rain and it is flowing great. Now there's a highway right on the other side of the river. But the thing is, if you're on that highway and you want to be over here, you're going to have to drive like 20 miles just to get across this river because there is no bridge in this area. It is really hard to find free camping on this river near this town. Now, I remember last summer I was camping with Ron of Ron Sees America, and we found a free site, but it was up near Buena Vista. Current elevation is 6,700 feet, give or take 50 feet. That's almost 1,000 feet lower than yesterday's campsite down near the Great Sand Dunes National Park. But the weird thing is, it's colder here. And I'm 1,000 feet lower. I don't understand that. Maybe because of the cold rain that just came through. But this pine tree here is smelling terrific. I wish you could just smell this place. It smells fresh. It smells like a pine tree and maybe some other amazing natural scents. It just smells like a beautiful nature scene. Just breathe it in, prickly pear. Breathe it in. All right, let's head on back up the trail. I guess I'll give you a shot of this one little rock that's coming up out of the ground that I found that I could put my tire on. And it'll make sense to you this way. This is how I was able to get level, by putting my passenger rear tire on that rock. And that's the only way I could do it because I have leveling boards, but it was too muddy when I got here to even put them down. So I'm good to go. All right, roaming around the campsite. We've got a fire pit. And I need to get online and check and see if fires are allowed right now. I think they are. Okay, coming in off the dirt road, here's the driveway. And I guess the site is big enough for about 4 or 5 camper vans. Okay, so I've walked up to campsite number 1, which is right to the west of me. And look, there's a little bridge there in the highway. And there's a little creek that flows under that bridge into this river. Yeah, I'm just roaming around and taking it in while I can. I'm all by myself. There's nobody else here, and what I have heard about this place is it packs out in the summertime. So I'm taking advantage of less crowds. Hey, the sun's trying to peek through the clouds. So this is just walking from campsite 1 to campsite 2. So I heard from G. He's on the way. He'll be here before dark. Anna is not going to come because I told her about this little narrow road and that low bridge. And I'm concerned and she's concerned that she's just not going to be able to get her RV down here. And if she did get down here, how's she going to get level? You know, because you have to be level to get a refrigerator to work in an RV. And I think she would have like 1 inch of clearance to get under that bridge. But once you pass the bridge, then it turns into that little narrow road. I just don't think it's going to work. That's a big RV. It's like 25 or 26 feet long. But all I know, if she attempts it, it's going to make great content because I'm going to video every second of it. But this place, it's like it's made for camper vans. And if you go even further down the road, probably for Jeeps. And if you had a truck that had like a pop-up top camper on it, it's really made for that. You know, the Matty Wagon is not four-wheel drive, but I have been in places up in Utah and in Wyoming and Montana where people have actually stopped and asked me, how did you get back here? I said, well, because the Matty Wagon's awesome. Every time I come to a place like this where the road is really narrow and really rough, it makes me glad that I did not get that travel trailer or that cargo trailer. Remember back in Quartzsite, I was looking for a travel trailer? Well, I'm glad I didn't. This is all I did. I just pulled the tire up on this big rock here, and I'm level enough. You know, I don't have to be completely level. I don't have appliances that require I be completely level. My fridge will still work even if I'm on like a 15 or 20 degree incline, which is crazy, but it still works. And the Starlink's just sitting there on the cargo box. It's too muddy to put it down in the dirt, so I just thought I'd sit it right there. I've got a little bit of cell signal here, but it's not very good. I'm going to have to upload this video with Starlink, so that's why I went ahead and set it up. All right, let me see if I can give you a view here. See, I'm level enough. You can see from right to left. Look at the dirt behind the van. From right to left, look at the incline, and the van is level enough. That's all I need. Good old Matty Wagon, 20 plus miles per gallon on the interstate. And you know, I like to move around a lot, so I have to have a vehicle with good MPG. It's almost dark. G's on his way. He's almost here. He said he's going to stop and pick us up a pizza, so that'll be good. Let's do one more walk down here to the river. I'm so glad it stopped raining, or I can get out and move around. So G said something about he's got a project he needs some help tinkering on tomorrow. So that should be fun. Yeah, this is a great place. Very glad I came here. All right, I'll check in tomorrow. Take care, be well, and smash the bell.